Hi, Irene here. I have a two-page layout for you today using a new product from the online exclusive that just released a couple of days ago. This is called Spooky Sweet, and it is a specialty designer series paper and sticker sheet. You get five two-sided pages, and you're going to get two of each. So I flipped everything around, and you have some really fun candy um, paper with little tiny bats and stars in the background. The reverse side is this black with the orange ticking in it. Then we have some orange with black splatter. And on the reverse side is this cute little critter paper. You got a little chicky ghost and a little bear vampire. You've got, I don't know if that is a flamingo, but a little bandit pig. Cute, cute paper. We got some petunia pop tone-on-tone paper with the reverse side being this cutout. So you have some borders. So you have haunted houses, this great little creepy gate, and then you have these 4 by probably about 5 cutout cards. They also has this fun little building with the kitties and the spooky eyes. Again, another orange with ticking, a nice wash of gray, quite nice and neutral. This is also another cutout sheet. You've got some tags, and then you have this crosshatch pattern, which you could cut into tags and then use those together, be really cute. You've got these great, inked up tags, which would be fun for embellishing, for your title, things like that. And then a couple of, I guess you could use those as either sentiments, put sentiment strips on them, maybe a subtitle or something like that. You're going to get 2 pages of pop-outs. So that's going to make your embellishing super fast and easy. And then, like I said, it also comes with a sticker sheet. So you've got some border strips down here, a great title, a little spooky trees, again, the critters that tie in, journaling spots, really, really cute. Let me clear this out and share with you the photos that I am scrapbooking today. They are from a while ago, probably about, oh, I hate to say it, almost 15 years ago. These are of my son. He was Harry Potter for Christmas. I think most boys were, or a lot of them were. I mean, he even had his scar and the great glasses. So we've got a couple of serious photos of him. And then he's super goofy. I have no idea where he found the Groucho Marx glasses with the mustache, but he was having fun. So I'm going to be building this layout based on a sketch I made. And I was thinking I want to use one of those borders papers where you can cut the border scene out, and I want to put that on the bottom and then just do large strips up on the top. So I was thinking I would like to use, I'm going to bring these back in real quick, pull out what I need. I definitely want to use this border, excuse me, should have been already, this one here. I want to use the little spooky houses. So I'm going to cut that off there. And then coming out of the top, I am definitely using this fun candy paper. That's going to come behind it. And then I'm also thinking to bring in just, let's see here. I don't want to bring in the petunia pop because I want to do my title in that. But I'm thinking probably these 2 here. So the orange speckled one and this black with the orange ticking in it. So if I bring those 3 in, my thought is, these are 4-inch strips, so that would come up to the 12 inches, and then just this border here on the bottom. So let me cut down my papers. I'm going to ink everything up. I'm going to be using the Memento Tuxedo Black on everything. So let me cut those down, ink those up, and then we'll start putting the layout together. I've cut everything down and inked it up, and I'm going to be building my layout on a base of black cardstock. So that way, you know, I don't have to waste any of my papers. So, and I think this paper, to tell you the truth, just came out of like those pages that come inside a photo album. So instead of throwing them away, got an extra one there, I just save them, and it doesn't add too much weight. They're super thin. So just holding those down with some glue dots, and let's lay out our pieces. So I'm liking that border. I cut these at, like I said, they're 4 inches, and I cut them at 7.5. This bottom trim piece is just taller than 4.5, so that gives you just a little room to slide that underneath, and it just tucks away. Going to do that one there, and these will all just butt up right next to each other. And then the orange I'm thinking on this side, and then I think I'm going to repeat orange candy and then the black. So that is what I'm looking at. I do have on my layout these strips here, and what I was thinking about using, I'd love to have had some glimmer paper. I don't have anything, you know, any sparkly black paper, so I have a couple of ribbons. This one happens to be kind of shimmery. I don't know if you can see that in there. I think you could see that a little bit. So I have this, and then I also have this fun orange with the black stitching. So I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use, or maybe I'll do the orange on top and then the black on the bottom. But let me bring in my photos. Let me lay these down. So we have some placement. This is going to be my focal photo. It's so ridiculously goofy. And then I'm going to do the one that coordinates with it here. Let's see if I can spin that out far enough so it's out of the way, but I can still kind of get an idea where that's at. And then based on my sketch, I'm going to have a 4x6 here, 2 3x4s, and then the goofy one there is a 4x4. So I'm going to lay that one there, and then I'm going to, I think, overlap them a little bit. I might bring them down below the onto the houses just a little bit. And then up here is where I'm going to be putting my title. So I cut out of the alphabet a la mode in the Petunia Pop. My title is going to be Ghoulishly Goofy. So the Petunia Pop for the main title is alphabet a la mode, and then this is the mini alphabet. And I had some black. It's got some little tiny bit of sparkle in it. I don't know if you can see that, but I really wanted to bring a little bit of sparkle in. So I want to lay out my title just to get a little bit of placement here. And these are great large letters, so I want to give myself enough room, but not too much. That way I have a little extra breathing room for my photos. Down below. Okay, I don't know about any of you, but my kids are grown, and my youngest is 25 now. This is my youngest, and I'm kind of happy I am so far behind in scrapbooking. I mean, years and years behind in scrapbooking, because I get to relive these really fun moments that you kind of forget about as they grow up. So, I cannot type. I cannot spell ghoulish. Okay, here, I think this is a little better here. I think I got it spelled. Oh, goodness. Spelled properly now. But yeah, it's like you sometimes forget all these fun things. So I was digging through some old photos and found these, and I thought, oh, this would be so much fun to do. So we're going to do Ghoulishly all the way over to here, and just the goofy down below here. So it was such a large title, I couldn't couldn't spread it all the way apart. But then I have my photos, so they would be kind of in the way. So let's get that one picked up. And that gives me some room for some embellishments. So I'm thinking that that is how it's going to go. And I think I do like the orange on top and the black on bottom. So, but I might want to mat up some my photos. And I'm thinking, I don't know, bringing back in some more Petunia Pop if that's too much. Let me grab a piece real quick. And let's just slide it underneath one of these. You know what? I think I'm going to cut down some mats for probably for all of my photos. And I like the way that it gives it just another, you know, division between the paper, not just the white border. So let me cut those all down. I'm going to adhere down my papers, and we will get to embellishing. Everything has been adhered down. I put my title in, and I just used my orange ribbon, excuse my dog, for a ledge for my title. Matted all my photos in that Petunia Pop. And I just wanted to show you real quick how I adhered down my ribbon. I am piecing this piece together. It's going to hide behind a photo, but I'm just using this red line tape, and I cut a piece of ribbon that I know will work. So I'm just going to lay that out there. I'm going to bring it down a little, sorry, and just cut my red line tape the same length. Snip that off. And then I'm going to line up, because I really like my stuff symmetrical. So I'm just going to line it up there so I can see that my ribbon stops at the 4.5. So I'm going to bring this in just a little higher because the ribbon is wider. And I'm just going to lay that down like that. You can see I'm just lined up there. I'm taking the sharp end of my pick tool, and that will help remove the red liner. Super sticky tape. So we're going to pull that off. We're going to take our piece of ribbon, and I'm going to line it up here, and then line it up with that side there. I'm a little high, I can see. So I'm going to take it like that, even it out, just push it down, and then as you can see, it's super sticky. I'm going to flip it there to the back. I have a piece, little extra piece. I'm going to flip this over and just trim off that extra adhesive so that it doesn't stick to my mat. So I did bring in, that's going to hide behind my photo. So let me bring the photos in real quick. It's the only two I have not adhered down. So they're going to go like that. So let us adhere those down really quick. And we can start doing the embellishing. I am going to bring in one of these little sentiment cards, or I don't know what you want to call them. And I think I'm going to just do my journaling on that. So it's just going to be super simple, you know, my son's name, obviously who he is, and the date. I just want to ink that up a little bit with that Memento Tuxedo Black so that it all coordinates. And then we can just start doing some of the embellishing. So I will handwrite this, which is not something I normally do. Not always a big fan of my own handwriting. I think a lot of us are like that, but you know, every once in a while. So that is going to go right there. And then I will just write that in. Then I cut out one of those banners from the paper where they had the cut apart sheets, and I just mimic the banner here. And I'm thinking, I'm going to cut them down, but I'm thinking maybe like that. So I'll trim those off. see where we want them. And I'm probably going to butt them up right up to the ribbon because, like I said, that ribbon, that red line tape is super sticky. So we'll see if we can tuck it underneath at all. That side. Let's line those up. Yes. I think I'm gonna take that down just a little bit more. It seems to be too tall. And I'm just going to put it right up there like that, and then this one can be shortened and straightened. So I'm doing it by eyeball, so it's going to be as best as I can get it. I think that will look cute there. I do have some embellishments which are from the punch out sheet, and if you look at the punch out sheet, you can see they have a pretty big white border around them. And what I did was I actually came in, pops out there, and I fussy cut everything so that I had a much smaller border because I didn't like the huge white border. So let us see. I'm kind of thinking I like the potion bottle. I was thinking to put that over there with the pumpkins. And what I thought was pretty cool is that you get the pumpkins with the birds and they face in different directions. So that's pretty cool. So I thought I'd put those there. There's not a lot. I'm going to cover up there with my son's costume. Would like to bring in this little cauldron because I thought that was pretty cute. Let's see. I'm just going to lie that on. Or maybe we'll bring in a broom. Let's see. I like the broom. I'm going to lift up my journaling spot here. And maybe we can bring that down and put a cauldron over the top. Let's see how that looks. Cauldron has the green slime, which I thought was pretty cool. So that might work. Or do we remove our banners? Luckily I didn't stick them underneath. I really want to use the cauldron. So let me move those over. I probably shouldn't have put adhesive on all this. And maybe put the cauldron. I think I like that already. The cauldron there. Let's see. I have some bats. Let's see. Line that all up. These ones were a little fussy. I mean, this was the ultimate fussy cutting. But I just didn't like that really large white border around everything. So let's grab these last couple of bats. Get that out of the way. And maybe line those up like that. And yeah, I'm not sure. Possibly. Maybe, let me see. I might bring in one. Let me see if I can bring in one of those little banners so this has something to sit on. So just give me a second. I came back in and I switched everything around. I brought the potion bottle from the left to the right, cut out another pumpkin with the crow on it so that it was facing into my layout. Brought the cauldron over with the other crow, left that one there. I added some ombre matte dots, and I just wanted that kind of look like bubbles, you know, coming out of the cauldron. I did my journaling, super simple, like I said, just my son's name, who he dressed up as, and when it was. Added a couple of bats here and there, and I think it came together really simple, really quick. I'm really happy with it. Let me bring it in, let you look at a couple of the embellishments. We got the broom here on the side. I've got that potion bottle and these fun little crows. And I brought a banner in for those, the crow and the pumpkin and the bottle to sit on so that they weren't just floating. And then on this side, I added a few little, brought in a few little bats. My title, Ghoulishly Goofy. I really like the way that came out. And those bubbles coming out of the cauldron. So yeah, it was, like I said, quick, easy. If you're interested in the PDF of my layout, just shoot me an email at Irenespaperaddiction@gmail.com. You'll find that down below as well, and I'm more than happy to send it to you. I will be listing everything that I did use down below. If you liked my video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would be great. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.